Back over and over in shotgun. You got to have a running game and a play-action game, otherwise he will win the game by himself.
3rd and 7, and the Bucs are able to pick up a first down in Rams territory. Evans holds on to it this time.
Penalties, they give up sacks. That really has been the focal point during their mini-bye last week.
Fournette. Oh, he takes on Ramsey and runs over him. And Fournette,
as has ever been in the NFL, like number 2 ever.
You didn't even have Alex Cap on there, who was a big part of it too. They pick up the first down with Julio Jones to the 27. Yeah, that entire interior had to be rebuilt. Brady down the middle. Again, it's Evans on 3rd down. Very underrated when it comes to what he has done in his career with 3rd down receptions.
He's right, and he knows he's got a little help. I mean,
here's 2nd and 9. Up ahead, that's Fournette, 2 yards shy of the first. Now trying to find one today.
See, those safeties are high. This should be a run.
It's Fournette. And his contact low early, and Donald up high. Ashawn Robinson. And he's dead center. Opening drive field goal put up by the Tampa Bay Bucs. But they looked at trading him, and there were no takers earlier this week on the deadline. Here's 2nd and 8. As Stafford wings it, and Kupp able to make a step near the sticks.
There's the team around him.
It's a 3rd and 2. And that's a first down catch. Allen Robinson. He was the one that made a fuss about it. Said they ought to take the C off his jersey. As Stafford fires it downfield to an open Kupp. He beat him for 70 yards in the playoff game. And he's got another long one against the Buccaneers.
Oh, my goodness. This is an incredible throw with Vita Vea bearing down on you and Kupp running a perfect route.
Bills, the Lions over the Packers. Those stories coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. Here's a first down carry for White.
Ooh, and you know how I feel about him. Job of trying to make it work, but
got a first down as Evans hauls it in.
But they're playing so soft at corner that there's throws to be had right outside right away.
3rd down catch. This time it's Godwin. And again, oh, there's a flag down. They need 6 for another one. Dumps it off and just too low for Vaughn to handle. 52 yards it is. Oh, and it's blocked. The Rams smother it up at the 40. For the Bucs offense today as Brady. Oh, that's picked up right off the ground. Above it, I believe, for a catch for Godwin.
That's incredible.
That is amazing. Gain of 7.
Need your stars to show up. Ramsey inside playing the linebacker position. And then you see these corners just really soft, Jim. But you got to be able to come down. I mean, look at how soft that is.
2nd and 10. Flag flies. Fournette fights for that yardage for the first down at 40 seconds.
Had 14 missed tackles by defenders this year.
That's hard to believe.
That's really low. You've got to be able to do some stuff yourself. 2nd
and 5. And knocked down by Kendrick.
Sometimes you need to get a little closer, but Kendrick's been the reason.
There's Suckup. This one's good. There's play action. Middle of the field. What a catch. Oh, there were 2 Bucs there to try to make a play on it. Robinson's the one who grabbed it. And Stafford's thrown only 1 second-half touchdown versus 5 picks. So 3rd and 9. They almost got there. Nice catch by Brown, and that's going to give them first down. So they go Henderson. Nice cutback. Yeah, it's a good room. And a beautiful in opponent territory since the first half last week. They had the long strike for a touchdown, so they hadn't run one on the other side of the 50 since the first half against the Niners. It's Henderson again. He's got another big run.
1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to bring him down. Finally, Murphy Bunting able to prevent the touchdown. Pass broken up. Oh, that is Levante David. From 26, it's good.
You were building that up as if it was a similar type of kick there. It was a great, I mean, I'd never hyped up punting how huge it was before.
2nd and 10. Oh, and they get to him.
There he is.
There again. Vita Vea, his 2nd sack. Here's Dixon, who's had a 64-yard boot of his own. And this is a good one. Forcing Darden back to the 34. He's going to get up to the 47, 13-yard return.
And Tom, you take it. They're still sticking with the running game, but play action on 1st down is the key.
Sets it up and completes it to Keith for 6. By the way, in 2014, Carolina, oh my goodness, that was almost going the other way. Troy Hill.
Get something quickly. Throw a smoke route. Just throw it to him right away.
Here they come. Oh, and they take him down on 4th down.
Well, Aaron Donald imposed his will on the last.
Did he ever?
4th down.
There's the bootleg. And the deep throw. And the wide open cup. And ridden down by Edwards, but not until it was another big gain down the field for 34 yards. Here's a 2nd and goal. And for the 3rd time, Stafford is dropped. Raheem Nunez Roches. This is 35 yards. And that kick is good. Matt Gay, who was drafted by Tampa back in 2019.
Usually teams get a beat on their scheme and they start to create pressure.
Otten fights for the 1st down at the 50.
Like Sean McVay and Stafford can only do so much for so long. Is having one of their poor performances as well this year.
Here they blitz. Open is Evans. And Evans has 7.
Here it comes. Tom Brady, drop back pass, 1st down. He almost had it.
Almost had it. 3rd and 3. He needs it now, though. And he's got it. 1st down. That's Godwin.
And that's killing them today.
Here is 3rd and 20. Fournette. Nice move. Fournette to the 31, and it's going to be 4th and 4. And now he's got the milestone. And at 100,000, I guess you probably get all the first-class upgrades you want for life.
100,000, that's ridiculous. And we'll come back on this in a second here.
They're going to go field goal, by the way.
But this is such a big play. I'm like, oh, but boy, I'd be really tempted to have gone for this.
High snap, get it down, the kick from 50. It's there. Here comes the pressure. Stays on his feet, but now is sacked at the 15.
The right guy. That should have been a bigger play. It was a good design there by Byron Leftwich.
Yeah, it looked like it had promise to go long, but only 4. And there's the pass play to White, and he's able to stay on his feet for the 1st down.
Again, these guys are going to play soft or get down there. They play soft, just throw it underneath them.
Wide open. Miller for the 3rd time on this drive.
The 2nd, most zone run team in the league. Look at how soft and far back they are.
And he takes advantage of that, Tony. He saw what you saw, and he'll take that 6-7 yards at a clip right now.
It's what we
3rd and 1. It looks more like 3rd and 2, but let's see.
You can throw a quick smoke right here. Just throw something right out there.
There he's got Otten. And Otten tries to deliver a stiff arm, and it's 1st and goal to go for Tampa Bay. To the end zone. Wide open. Oh, my goodness. He dropped it. Scotty Miller. Brady fires at goal line. Ball in the air. Incomplete. Otten would have been just short.
That just doesn't go 3 and out, but you've got 45 seconds to 50 seconds less now. So even when you do get it back, it's a touchdown.
They give it the cup. Goes really wide and then slides inbounds. He knew what he was doing, but he's 5 yards.
Do you run it or throw it, Jim?
I think they're going to run it. And they do with Henderson. And they stop him. Just give him a yard, that's all.
drop it. It's not worth it. Out of bounds or big plays.
Evans at the bottom. The deep threat. He's not looking that way, but there's a big catch to the 37 by Otten. Gets on his feet and he takes it to the 32 with 24 seconds. To the sideline and out of bounds with the catch is Miller. 19 seconds. Back to the sideline and another catch by Miller as they inch closer. From the 7. Looking for the win, and it's incomplete. And they get the flag. They've got the ball set up off the DPI at the 1-yard line.
You've got 3 plays. If you throw them quickly, don't want to try and scramble around or anything. Just throw it away if it's not there right away.
Here's the snap to Brady. Fakes to Fournette. He throws. It's caught. It's in for the touchdown. Incredible. Tampa Bay takes it 60 yards.
And the fourth quarter woes continue for the Rams. Quick screen right here. Throw the ball out to one of these guys. Get your O-lineman getting over there.
Might as well big Cup. Who sends it all the way over to the other side of the field to Powell. This is not who you want. Now back to Cup. Cup tackled. Game over.
And the band is coming on the field. What an ending. Wow. And the Rams are dejected. They had this game won. This was a must-win in a lot of ways for both teams.